Okay, Liberty Pals, we're so excited to be able to share one more Mother's Day treat since this is our week of Mother's Day. You know, every year our 4-year-olds would normally in 4K have a special Mother's Day breakfast, and that breakfast would actually take place tomorrow on Wednesday, and I'm so sorry and so sad that we didn't get to do that. But we do have a tradition at Liberty Pals that we always have all of our 4K friends to sing a book with me as I read the story, and this is a special story to me because the name of the book is called I Love You Forever. Now, the book is written by Robert Munch and it's illustrated by Sheila McGraw. And it's one of my very favorite stories because this is my little boy, Taylor. Now, this is not what Taylor looks like anymore. Taylor is a grown man. And actually, Miss Burr is leaving tomorrow to drive all the way to Texas because he doesn't live here anymore because he's getting married on Friday. It's not going to be a big wedding like they planned because of all this sickness and the quarantine and everything that's happening. There's only going to be about 9 people there because we have to keep it under 10, right? But it still is going to be his wedding day. And so we're very excited about that, and we're traveling out to see him. And this is a story that I used to read to him a lot when he was a little boy. So I'm going to share with you the story, Love You Forever, and there's going to be parts in the story where you will get to sing along with me. Just this simple little chorus right here, and it goes like this. I love you forever. I like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. I'll love you forever and always. All right, so every time we get to that spot, maybe this is a great time in music for you to crawl up in mommy's lap and let's read the story together. And you sing that every time we get to that part, okay? And listen very carefully, okay? All right, here we go. Are you in mommy's lap? Are you ready? A mother held her new baby, and very slowly she rocked him back and forth and back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. I'll love you forever and always. Now, that baby grew, and he grew and he grew and he grew until he was 2 years old. And he ran all over the house. He pulled all the books off the bookshelf. He got all of the food and took it out of the refrigerator and put it all over the floor. He even took his mother's watch and he flushed it down the toilet. Ah! Sometimes his mother would say, this kid is driving me crazy. But late at nighttime, when that 2-year-old was quiet and fast asleep, she would open the door to his room, crawl across the floor, look up over the side of his bed, and if he was really good and asleep, she would pick him up and rock him back and forth and back and forth. And while she rocked, she would sing, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. I'll love you forever and always. Well, that little boy continued to grow, and he grew and he grew and he grew until he was 9 years old. I bet some of you have brothers and sisters that are 9 years old. He never wanted to come in for dinner when he was 9, and he never certainly wanted to take a bath. And when his grandmother came to visit, sometimes he even said some naughty bad words. Shame on you. And sometimes his mother said, I feel like I need to sell him to the zoo. Not really though, right? Because late at night, when he was fast asleep, his mother would quietly open the door to his room, crawl across the floor, look up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she would pick up that 9-year-old boy and rock him back and forth and back and forth. And while she rocked, she would sing, I love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. I'll love you forever and always. Well, he kept growing, and he grew and he grew and he grew till he was a teenager. And he had crazy friends, and he wore strange clothes, and he listened to loud rockin' music. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And sometimes his mother said, I think I'm living in the zoo. But late at night, when that teenager boy was fast asleep, the mother would open the door to his room, crawl across the floor, look up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she would pick that great big boy up and rock him back and forth. And while she rocked, she would sing, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be, I'll love you forever and always. Well, the teenager grew, and he grew, and he grew until he was a grown-up man, just like Miss Burr's little boy, all grown up. He left home, and he got a house way across town. Now, my little boy got a house way across the United States. But sometimes on dark nights, the mother would get into her car and she would drive all the way across town. Oh my goodness, I'd take a ladder with her and prop it up on the side of his house, and she would crawl up the ladder, open the window to his bedroom, and then she would get inside his room and crawl over to his bed, peek up over the side of it, and if that great big man was really asleep, she would pick him up and rock him back and forth. Can you imagine? And while she rocked, she would still sing, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be, I'll love you forever and always. Well, that mother, she was growing too, and she got older and older until one day she called her son on the telephone and she said, you better come quick and see me because I'm very old and I'm very sick. So her son came to see her. And when he came to the door, she was so excited to see him. She reached out her hand and she began to sing, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. But she couldn't finish the song. Why do you think she couldn't finish, boys and girls? What was wrong? That's right. She was too old and she was too sick. But the son went straight to his mother. He picked her up and he rocked her back and forth, and he began to sing this song to her. I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be, I'll love you forever and always. When the son came home that night to his house, far away from where the mommy lived, he stood there for a really long time as he came to the top of his stairs. Then he went into a new room in his house where there was a brand new baby daughter sleeping. And he picked her up in his arms, and very slowly he rocked her back and forth and back and forth. And while he rocked, he sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be, I'll love you forever and always. And you know what? Your mommy will love you forever and always, because that's what mommies do. And you know what? Even better than that, you think how much mommy loves you? Imagine this. God loves you even more than that. And that's why he gave you a mommy to take care of you. And always remember that he will love you forever and ever and always. And there's nothing we can do, no sin, no bad thing we can ever commit that will ever make him stop loving us. He loves us forever, and so does your mommy. Thank you, moms of Liberty Pals, for sharing your children with us this year. Next week will be our last week of music, and I cannot believe that the year has gone by this fast. But I cherish every friendship that we've made together, some of us over the years, some of us just new this year. Thank you for the support that you've given me as the new director this year through all this craziness, and we have certainly had some first times that will go down in the history of Liberty Pals. But I love you, and I thank God for you, and I'm still praying for you while we're separated, and even when we get back together, you'll be on my prayer list because you're a wonderful Pals family for me to be a part of, and I thank you for that. Happy Mother's Day. Bye, guys. Bye, kids. See you next week in music.